big major event here, and just a huge opportunity for him. He's surfing against South African rookie L.Thompson.
He's also won award for best moustache. It is honestly iconic. But Lukey, he's got a lot to answer for here. He's not had the start of the year that he's hoping for, but he's got everything to go really deep in this event right now. Luke, you can see picking off one of these waves that looks like it's going to taper a little bit down the line. So feels like Luke, he's got a bit of a lack of verticalness on this wave, but what he does have is power, and lots of it here for Luke. Just knowing exactly where to place his board and to stay really tight in the pocket. He's not forcing anything on this wave. He's just continuing to find momentum. Not even continuing, starting to find momentum in this heat right now. Her style really stood out to me this morning. Let's see what the men can offer.
Yeah, we saw that feature on the point board riders. They're going to have Billy Stearman in the second heat, but Tommy Butland, he's from Taranaki. Let's see, Luke's lining one up here on the outside. Let's see if we can find, as you put it, Jesse, a bit more vertical wall to work with. Already a pretty nice combination to kick this ride off. Kicking on that tail, nice sequence of turns. Then a lot of Luke's forehand in his quest to qualify. Good to see him on a left, showing that he can get it done both directions. And this has been a much cleaner face to work with, and should be a nice little backup to that opening ride.
So opting to have a bit more foam under his feet, but he's whipping it around like it's absolutely nothing. And then Lukey. This is that CT class, that caliber that we're used to seeing from L.Thompson here. Love that third turn. Felt like you've got a really nice tight whip off the top of that wave. Again, both of these guys opting to stay slightly under the lip too. With this cross-shore wind, we saw it with some of the women. When they went too high, it forced them off the back of the wave. So Luke and Tom. And then he really started to just drive off the bottom a little bit more. Tommy Butland now. All
right, Tommy. Let's see what he can do. Obviously, he'll be feeling some nerves, but rock solid on the opening exchanges here. Clean rails. He's a nugget of a human. He's got a nice bulky frame, and he puts it to good use there. Great combination, and that'll get him back on track with Luke.
He is easily the underdog in this heat. Doesn't have CT experience, but what he does have is a lot of grit, and you can see on this wave here, staying so tight in the pocket, pushing hard on that back foot. What I particularly love as well is, so Tommy Butland, he's going to use priority.
Yeah, Tommy Butland, he did fall short on the opening exchanges. Only got a 4.67, so judges will want to see him take these rides right through to the inside and just keep adding those extras down the line. And there's a solid hit. Each of the competitors are having to really negotiate a tricky lip. It's got a couple of ribs and bumps in it. Tommy's still hammering down the line on this one. The wave stands up. Nice little kick on the tail there. A lot of flair. You follow this guy on Instagram, you're going to see him.
He's got amazing waves where he lives as well, down at Taranaki. So seeing him stick to his rail, he's open about that not being his 100% strong point, but he's done a lot of time here at Raglan, and you can tell this wave had a really nice inside bowl section. Love that turn, how he's just elongating the turn by staying in the top of the lip for just an extra second or so. And you can see it with this finishing turn through the inside. He does the exact same thing. Comes around, paces, kicks the fins, stretches out that turn by hanging on the lip line for just a slight second longer, which is going to give an element of drama for the judges. It's going to make them go, okay, he's got more to give here. Love how hard he was pushing on that tail through the top of the wave there. So Luke's got an element of power, and I feel like he's turning ever so slightly higher up the wave face than what we're seeing from Tom Butland. You can see the tide, it's starting to drop out now.
Starting to steepen, and Luke really doing some good work right there in that critical section. Whip fast with that backhand vert as he now rolls through to the inside and, wow, continues to add to the scoreline here. This has been a great ride, and that's the power of holding that priority and getting your pick of the set waves as they roll in, but he just catches the nose on that final move. I still think this replaces the 5.67. As we see on the outside now, Tom Butland. That wave just never looked like it was going to be the number that he needed. Once you've had your two bad results, excuse me, yeah, any poor results you have after that are keepers, unfortunately. So I think after just pushes. We've seen a bit of that on that final section. As Tom Butland in heat number 1, he's still trying to drop a big number to get himself right in the fight with South Africa's L.Thompson. And here goes Luke now. Drives up into the section. Nice rhythm to his surfing at the moment. Just seems to be placing those turns nicely. That wave didn't really feel like it was eventuating the way he liked, but he gave it a chance to wall up on the outside.
I felt by the time you guys left, you were part of the furniture. To see you like downtown getting a coffee every day at Raglan Roast.
Oh man. The hinterland just behind this area is so pretty.
Yeah, that's something that's really special about Manu Bay. It is a natural amphitheatre, and our sacred ancestral Maunga Karioi sits up in the back there, kind of overlooking everything.
New Zealand and the flag on their shoulder, and Tom wants to have the chance to be able to do that again. And Luke, he's been really smart with priority right now, not going for these smaller inside ones. T.Butland going to try and surf this one up.
Yeah, nice steep section here. Really well-timed hit, but has to chase the open face down the line. Gets on top of the roof for a moment. Needs some more high-impact turns if he's going to improve on his position and chip away at this requirement. There's a nice hit from Tommy B as he brings it through to the inside now. Would love a big finish down the line here. Another nice kick on the tail. Did drop a 5.33.
Capping him on here, so he's only at a 5.33 as his high mark. Waited a little bit. It was a nice first turn, but maybe lacking just a little bit of drama. Loved the float. I'm a massive fan of a backside floater. Then had to go to his rail here, so a couple of carves. Although they're really nice turns, and he's throwing heaps of water, so you can see there's a lot of body behind these turns as well. Just feel like potentially lacking.
But he stands out. He has his moments, that's for sure.
Just talking about the qualifying series too, I was just a kid when it first came to Raglan, and all the surfers had to be billeted to our houses because there wasn't enough ACOM back
No way.
then.
Yeah, there is a number of former qualifying series surfers that are here, including Luke Egan, who took a victory in the qualifying series event.
Off Elliott, who was arguably the standout surfer of the event, so earned his place to be here. He's got a fighting chance now with a minute to go.
Oh, this one, it just pushed into deep water there, and T.Butland was trying to sell that wave to L.Thompson, but L.Thompson, his wallet was empty. Now he's making his move to try and close this heat down. Bit of foam on the face, but the South African, he can make it work down the line here. He's trying to better a 6 to push the requirement up into the excellent range for the wild card. The winner of the trials, but this one's not looking like it's going to factor in. Luke checks the clock and basically says it's time to get yourself a spot in that second round. On the outside, an absolute charger. And this has been, you know, probably a nerve-wracking moment for him. Obviously, when someone breaks through the trials and gets themselves into a big major event like this.
Lukey, that was a tough heat up against the trials winner, Tom Butland. It's always tricky when you're up against them because you don't really know what they have in their back pocket, but you got the win.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be a hard heat surfing against him, the local guy. He's got so much knowledge out here, and I only got here like 3 days ago. Usually I get here like 2 weeks before, but I kind of just wanted to spend some time on the Goldie and just kind of relax. It's been a busy few events, so I kind of just took the time I could at home, or not at home, but second home at the Goldie, and then got over here 3 days ago, and it was kind of nice to just get straight into it and just kind of like, yeah, I just went out there and just wanted to trust the knowledge that I kind of built on the lineup the last 3 days, and yeah, I knew it was going to be a tough heat against him. So sick to see him in the event. It's cool. You know, I got into as a wild card last year in the J-Band. It's probably was the best week of my life. And yeah, no doubt, I'm probably sure it's one of the best of his, and hopefully he gets more.
And Lukey as well, you know, coming here, you know, in the last 3 days, you've had a lot of surfs out here, a lot of boards to trial. What was the quiver, or what was the board selection you decided with today?
I was riding a DHD Lightning out there. We recently went a little bit thicker and a little bit more leaders, especially for here, just because it's a not very forgiving wave, so kind of get a bit of a board going, more lift off the bottom, just to kind of make it easier for me. So DH did a good job on that. But yeah, I've got so many good boards here. I was actually like yesterday, I had 4 boards and I was like, oh, I don't even know which board to ride. They all feel so good. And then today I was like, oh, this one's got fins in. I'm just going to ride this one. It feels good.
Love that. You're not done yet. You have another heat later on today. It's going to be up against Iago Dora. It's a big heat, but you know you've got it.
Yeah, I mean, those are kind of the heats you want to get. I feel like when you make tour, you kind of want to surf against those guys, and that's kind of what I want to do. I was actually chatting to Matty McGillivray on the phone the other day, and I was just asking him like what his approach was when he was a rookie, and he was just kind of telling me, he was like, look, you just kind of got to stop and smell the roses every once in a while, and the kind of theory to that is like, it's so busy, and you just go from event to event to event, and all of a sudden you're like 3 events in like now, and you're like, oh, where did the last like 2 months go? And yeah, it's kind of just like, just want to enjoy the process and really just like enjoy this moment and like soak it all in, and just stop every now and then and look around and really like put perspective into it. But yeah, against Iago will be pretty cool. Canada World Champ, I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a fun one, and yeah, just focus on what I have to do, and yeah, hopefully get it going.
We're ready for fireworks, Lukey. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, True. Oh,
it's all right.
Do you want to? Can he say hi to the fan
Of course
back
he
at
can.
home? Let's do it.
Well, I just wanted to say it's like, I think it's like 1 or 2 in the morning at home, and I know a lot of people stayed up to watch, so I really appreciate your support, and it means a lot to me. And yeah, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for tapping in.